Hello, welcome to my repair video of the Spark Models 1/43 scale 1984 Lancia LC2 Le Mans car. There'll be another review video of this that I'll link to in the end titles and in the description if you want. So the problem with this car is that the cockpit, the interior, appears to have dropped out of place. So it's a bit weird. I'm not quite sure how or why it would do that, but we're going to open up the car and deal with that. So right, first things first, be sure there are no aerials on the roof. If there are, you're going to have to be more careful. This model doesn't, but we do have these wing mirrors and the rear wings. We still have to be careful. So I'm going to turn the car over and I'm going to undo these 3 screws. So what you want to do, you don't want to touch the wheels, you don't want to touch the anything really, you don't want to touch the wing mirrors, and you need to press quite firmly as you're unscrewing because you definitely don't want to strip these screws. Anyway, that one's coming out, so that's good news. And I'll do that for the other 2 so you can see where they are there, one there. So one done, and then hopefully this will reveal what we need to see. So you've got to have a firm grip, like I say, not on the wheels, although I think the axles are quite strong, so we'll have a look at the axles once we've got this off. Okay, last screw to go. So obviously it had to come off the plinth, so that's the plinth screwing hole there, and then the plinth positioning hole there, so the screw goes through the plinth and into that bit. But right, okay. Alright, sorry for the Jimmy Connors effect there. I'm not having to press that hard, but it's just bracing myself and just being careful. Right, now, this cockpit might just all fall out any second now. So let's see. Someone's been in here before, I think. There's double-sided tape there, and more tape. Oh, goodness, what? So it looks like it's not out of, oh, there we go, the dashboard has come out of place. So there's the dashboard. That would obviously need to fit somewhere like that. And really we need to be gluing this. So I'm just going to rest the car like that. And getting my glue. Okay, so I'm just going to use some Loctite super glue, cyanoacrylate. And right, so let's just check I have, okay, there you go. So anyway, there's the cockpit, there's the dash. So we're going to glue this in place. Why anyone thought that using some double-sided tape was going to do the job, I'm not sure. So right, okay. So I want to get that the right way up. Obviously that's the dash top on this side, so that has to go in that way. Okay, so yeah, like we said, these axles are quite beefy, and that comes out. Not that I want to do that, so I'm going to keep that back in. Okie dokie. Right, so, well, maybe I should take it out actually. That front axle there, once I've got it out, and then this will probably fit a whole lot better. Right, yeah, you can see it has to go there. So I'm going to, yeah, that overlapping tongue there clearly went onto that because it's broken away the paint. So I'm just going to put some glue on that bit there, that bit down there. Right, okie dokie. So I'll probably have chapter marks in this video so you can go forward to the bits you want to see if you want, okay? I'm not going to edit the video to show where those are, but you can just go to the next chapter if you want to see this being fitted or something. We'll figure it out. So as you can see, look at where the windscreen is relative to where I'm gluing, so it's really not going to affect that, so that's fine. Now it's hard to know how much this is going to affect the axle, I'm putting in quite a bit of glue here because I think I'm so far from anything that's visible that I'm not too worried about it. That plenty of glue is good. Well, I hope I'm getting glue on there. Do you know what? I'm going to turn this light around and get a better idea of what I'm doing myself. Right, okay. Yeah, I can see that's fairly wet. Right, so I'll put that in. Now on the end of this video I probably won't show myself putting the bottom back on the car because I want to leave it to dry for a reasonable amount of time. So, okay, there. Now I have to be careful with that yellow tow hook. You see the yellow tow hook there? I don't want to push that in. Now what you don't want to do is get glue on your fingers and then touch your fingers to anywhere else. So, oog. Okay. I'm not really sure that's setting there at all. Oh, that's what I don't want to do. Drop it out, because I will get glue on the windscreen if I drop that bit, which will have some glue on by now. Eek, what a nightmare. Okay. Okay. Maybe a different sort of glue would have been better, I'm not sure. I'll probably need to leave this to hang for a little while. But anyway. Oop, what have I done there? Oh, there we go, tow hook. That's the problem. You do fix one thing and you're breaking another. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix that tow hook later. Darn. Okay. Right. Now, one thing you can do to accelerate cyanoacrylate is to blow on it warm, moist breath. Because that does actually set it a bit. Right, now with that there, I'm just going to put that axle back in. So you'll see these, so they've got bottom bits, so you'll see they've got a step on there, so that needs to go in that way up, I believe. Well, that's what it looked like when I took it out. So there we go, that's fitted in nicely, and that's kind of holding that dash in to some degree. Okay, so the next step will be to put this in, but I'm not going to put that in until after I've done that bit, and I'm going to take that tape off. Great. Okay, and I need to leave that to set, so I'm going to pause the recording and you'll be back with me in just a second. Right, I've established the places on here that I need to put glue. So this is the seat. Let's have a look at that. Nice belt detail and everything. So what I need to do is, it mounts here and here. That's where it touches. So here and here touch against the underside of the dash there, just there, and on this side. And then the back of the cockpit on the passenger side there will go down to just where this bright work is there. So I need to put some glue there, there, and there, and then hopefully that will keep it in place. So just apply a light touch of glue along that back edge, and in fact I can put it all the way along this back edge, just along there. And then keeping my fingers away from that on these front corners. So there, thereabouts. and thereabouts. Okay, right, so now I'm going to drop that in, so I've got to be careful not to get my fingers on the glue, and get it right to where it needs to be at the back. That's the key locating point, the back, and then just wiggled it in there, and oof, wow, gosh. And I'm going to add some glue there and there, hopefully without touching anything. Whoosh, goodness me, I'm going to bring it up on the rear wheel, front wheel, it's coming out. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got something in there. And hopefully some glue in there too. Okay, alright. Okay, so I'm going to do that breath thing again. Right, but really it needs to just sit and glue for a while. And then, of course, the other problem is now my newly broken towing hook. Really annoyed about that. Anyway, I'm in discussions with the seller of the model, because it was described as being in good condition. Anyway, right, I'll come back to you on this one. Right, that's been drying for a while. It's still a bit damp, but there's some tack there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the under tray back on the car, then at least the axle will hold in at the front. So pop that on and do the screws. Right, so there we go. Oh, but I don't want to put any weight onto that wing mirror, of course. There we go. Then that one. Try not to touch the wheels. Right, and then the back one, and not the mounting hole. And not putting too much pressure onto the rear wing, otherwise we'll be breaking that. So I'm going to lift it off, and the final couple of screws in. You don't really need much force at all. Right, now, okay, there we go. We can see how the car is supposed to look now. That front, there we go, that in there, and we can even see seat belts. Should be able to. Let me just turn that light around. Anyway, I can see in that car quite well. Right, bring the light back, and then we have that piece. Now, whether that's anything to do with it, I don't know. I think that's just a shard from around the screw holes. So I don't know if that's anything I need, but that one, I'll need to get some tweezery type of things. Hold the tweezers shut onto it, and then hold it in place, and then release with some glue on the end, and then release the tweezers. Let's see if we can see anything. I need to check which side it was on. I think it's on that side, and which way round it was as well. But So I'll just do that and see if I can get on to the last part of this video. Right, so the towing eye goes here, and if you're careful you can just see a bit of damage on the paint there, where actually the towing eye coming off has damaged the paint. It goes in upright. You'll see here the towing eye is actually ready on the end of this knife, so you can see the yellow ring, and on this side of it you can see the white patch of paint that's come off. So that paint needs to align to that paint. Now the reason I put it on the knife is ready to pick up with some tweezers, but before I do that I'm going to put some glue onto there. So let's see, and what's good is we're nowhere near any not near any perspex or clear plastic that's going to frost over. So oh, there we go. Let's get a little bit of, that was a bubble on the end of there, let's get some. Okay, we've got bubble. We just need to get it into that corner. I recognise you can't see this going on very well. Okay, yeah, I've got a bit of glue on there now. Okay, so I've got the glue on there. Right, I'll put the glue over there. I'm going to grab that off the end, and I'm going to turn it. Alright, so I've got it in the right orientation, and then I'm going to pop it there. Whoa. Now, at this point, I need to breathe on it again, really. Right, after a bit of jiggling around and juggling and adding a dob of glue onto the white there, and then using a pin just to lift this front edge up slightly just to get that right. I've got it just spot on now. I'm very happy with that. So that's all done and dusted, glued. So we've taken apart, we've done the dashboard, we've done the cockpit position, we've done that. I'm going to be very gentle with it for the next hour or so, because it'll just be setting finally. And there we go. So I'm happy with that. I've done everything I needed to. It's as good as it, well, yeah, I'm happy. That's perfectly fine now. So great. So there will be a video review of this car shortly, and so do stay subscribed. Cheers. Bye.